Now, my next guest is one of the braver men in professional sports. Not only does he regularly drive around a racetrack at over 150 miles per hour in traffic, but he stands up for his beliefs and got the Confederate battle flag banned from NASCAR events. From the NASCAR Cup Series, please welcome my next guest, Mr. Bubba Wallace.
What's up, my man? How's it going?
I'm all right, brother. How are you?
Man, now, I'm pumped. I'm a huge fan. Just want to let you know.
Oh, thank you, brother. And I'm a
Yes,
huge
sir.
fan of yours, especially
Appreciate that.
Of yours now. Now, let me ask you this simple question. How did you get the name Bubba?
That's been a popular question as of late. My sister gave me that nickname the day I was born. We don't know why. We thought, I don't know if she'll ever admit why, but we thought it was because she couldn't say brother. But I think she's too embarrassed to admit that. But yeah, ever since the day I was born, I've always been Bubba.
You know, what's funny, I have an interesting story. My brother, who's no longer with us, his real name is Sterling, but his nickname and the name we grew up calling him was Tugga, because he couldn't pronounce sugar when he was a baby. When he wanted sugar for his cereal, he was like, Mom, I want some Tugga. I want some Tugga. And so that's how he got the name Tugga.
I love it.
Now, having the name Bubba, you can only do two things in life: play professional golf or be a race car driver. Why did you choose race car driving?
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. I get mixed up with old Bubba Watson all the time, and especially as of late as well. But man, I chose this path. You know, when I was racing go-karts at the age of 9 is when I started, and I didn't know what the set path was going to be. I had no dreams or aspirations to be where I'm at today. It just kind of happened. We were growing up and having fun, going through all the ranks of getting to where I'm at, and one thing led to another. One door closed, another one opened up, and here we are driving the 43 car, the iconic 43 car for Richard Petty Motorsports. So it's an honor to be where I'm at. It's been a heck of a journey, ups and downs, rounds and rounds, mostly left turns, but all in all, it's been a fun part of the process.
Right. Now tell me this, because I know as a kid growing up, not once did you ever think that you would gain the attention of the President of the United States of America in a positive or negative way.
Right.
What are your thoughts on how he's come after you in the media, in the press, and on social media because of what's transpired so far?
Yeah, you know, when I first read it, I was, just like, man, there's so much more things that are going on in the world that I feel like he should be worried about. But it's hard to get people to understand, especially when the facts are delivered on the table and they've been there for 2 weeks now. So to be late to the party is one thing, and to be wrong on the factual information is another. But all in all, he did get one thing right in his tweet, though. The great officials that continue to stand behind me, NASCAR drivers and officials that continue to stand behind me through it all. He got that part right.
All right.
We had a great sport that I'm proud to be a part of.
Now, for those who may be confused because of the misinformation that's out there, can you explain to our viewers what exactly happened? And I can say this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You weren't the person who brought attention to the noose that was in your garage.
You are correct on that. It was brought to me after the garage was already closed. It had rained. It had rained Sunday all day, postponed our race to the next day. I was about to go get a bite to eat with some fellow competitors, and the president of NASCAR, Steve Phelps, had brought it to my attention at about 6:30 that night. So my team, most of the garage, most of the industry was already on a flight back home. And so the first person I thought of in that situation when it was brought to my attention that there was a noose found in my garage was a crew member who happens to be African American on my team. I texted him right away. I said, "Hey man, are you all right?" And he had played it off. He was like, "Yeah, what's up?" He was like, so I called him and I was like, "I guess you haven't heard about what was going on." And he was like, "Actually, I'm the one who found it." And he was like, "I didn't want to tell you and get your mind all messed up before the race, and I wanted to wanted you to have a clear head." So again, wasn't brought to my attention. It was brought to me hours later after the investigation was already going through, and then I woke up Monday morning to find out that I could potentially be talking to the FBI about it because it was in their hands now. So not once did I report it. I didn't even see the picture of the noose until the garage pool. Until Tuesday after the race, after I'm already home, after my second phone call with the FBI. So did not report it, just was told about it, and next thing you know, one thing led to another.
You know, anytime something like this happens amongst teammates and the brotherhood in any type of sport, we all galvanize around one another as individuals, as professional athletes, as brothers. How did it make you feel when you saw your brothers of NASCAR surround you and your car and walk you out?
Yeah, that was a powerful moment there, and obviously you can see the emotion. I tried to walk out, before that moment. I had, just a ton of positive energy. I felt like, and then that moment there broke me, and just totally put me in my feels, and it just showed the power and the unity and the love, compassion, understanding that we all have for one another. At the end of the day, on a normal any given weekend, we are competitors. We kind of give each other that look, like bragging rights look, like we're gonna, we want to beat each other. But in that moment there, everybody let their guard down and was allowed, or let themselves be a human being and show their human being side. And I thought that was pretty powerful to show the world that our sport can come together. The sport of NASCAR, where a lot of people have their doubts about, is that we show this type of unity and love and understanding, and that everybody can do the same thing. So I thought that was so strong and so impactful.
I don't think of a better way that we can end this interview with you tonight, Bubba Wallace, than your eloquent answer just now. Thank you very much. We all support you, brother. And we'll be right back with more Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Thank you,
Bubba. Hey, brother, I didn't want to make light of the situation, but they talk about, you had the second fastest time, or you came in second place. You're the only African American to take second place and third place. If you're the only African American in the sport, you are the only African American that's going to place when you place, Bubba.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it.